Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel That's English for Everyone, and today we'll talk about how Mudni Badnaam. Don't panic, that's Horse and Goats by RK Narayan. So what is the origination? Now it was first of all presented in a book, then it was not popular. After that it was presented in a magazine known as the Banjo Tree. After that it became worldwide popular. Then it was presented as a TV serial in Malguri days. Yeah, you can find it in YouTube by writing Malguri days, the horse and two goats. Malguri days contained most of the stories from RK Narayan. Actually all the stories were of RK Narayana only. Now the symbolism of this topic, a horse and two goats. What is the significance of this topic? Isn't it a strange topic, a horse and two goats? Now what it signifies? The two goats signifies the abject, the extreme poverty, and the horse signifies the luck. So this topic says that luck can come anytime, whether you are in an abject poverty or you are too rich, it doesn't matter, but luck can change you at any time and it can come at any time. Now the second thing is the theme. What is a theme? Three themes are there. The one, cultural clash, the second, wealth versus poverty, and the third, knowledge versus ignorance. Now what is cultural clash? First, these themes are very important, and you need either you jot it down on your notebook, you write it down, or else you just hear it carefully. The first theme is cultural clash. These three themes will only come whether it's your internobilian examination or your ICSC examination. These themes will only come for your examination because a horse and two goats are ruled by these three themes. First theme, cultural clash. This story is a clash between two cultures, a Indian culture and an American culture. Indian culture, in which the protagonist character is Munni, means the main character, the important character is Munni, and the protagonist character for the American culture, for the Western culture, is the American. Now there is a fusion, there is a juxtaposition of them, and that is known as the cultural clash. You need to identify the cultural clash and you have to write it down in your copy so that when questions come, then you have to write. Second is wealth versus poverty. Wealth versus poverty. The protagonist character of this arena, of this area, wealth, is the American, and for the poverty, it is the Indian, the Munni. Munni is the protagonist character for the region of poverty. The third one is knowledge versus ignorance. Now, the American, who is wise enough, who is knowledgeable enough, and can identify everything and know what the gravity of the situation, knows what is going on. And on the other hand, Munni, he is unaware of the topic. But amongst this all three cultures or all three themes, there is a thing common, that is, no one understands nothing. Nothing they understand. Yeah, one thing only speaks, that is money. Munni is unaware of the topic, the American is unaware of the topic. But when the money is introduced, they forget about the topic, what actually it is going on. They only concentrate on the money. That means money speaks. Now let us move to the story. I'm not going to summarize the story because anyone can summarize it. I am going to identify the important parts of the story into small into small points, and I am going to deliver to you. Now the first intro. Munni lived in a village. It was named Kritam. Kritam means coronet or crown. Whatever I am saying, you just either jot it down, either you just jot it down on mind, because from this only it will come from the examination, the question and answer. From this only it will come. So Munni lived in a hut, thatched bamboo and hay he lived in, and in the whole Kritam there was only one Pakka Pucca Pakka house that was of the money lender, and it was yellow in color with beautiful gargoyles carved in it. Once Munni was rich. He had 40 ships, but after that, after the famine, every ship died, and 40 ships were converted into 2 ships. Now he used to eat boiled water in a mud pot in which he threw millet and flour, and he used to add salt in them and give the first nourishment, and he ate the first nourishment that was that meal. After that, in the for the midday meal, he used to take a raw onion, and he would take the same lunch. One day, when Munni got four drumsticks from the plant, he said to his wife that I want to eat the drumstick curry today. She said that okay, you bring the stuffs and I'll make it for you. When he went to the shopkeeper, he said that first of all pay the ancient debts, then only. Munni promised that he will give it, but the shopkeeper knew what all stuff he would speak about. So Munni came back. Munni, who was in abject poverty, shopkeeper who was a little rich than him. This part shows us that poor are always neglected by the rich peoples. That the poor are always neglected by the rich people. He went home. His wife said, go out, graze, make the goats graze out, and today also I'll give you the same food which I give every day. He was just passing by when he saw a couple of his friends, a couple of cronies hanging around in the temple. They called them Munni, Munni, but Munni pretended that he had not heard. Now the question is why? Why Munni pretended? When take an example, imagine if you get a failure marks, or not failure marks, if you get a second honors, and when your friend gets a first honors or distinction or a par excellence award, then if they call you, will you be able to go there? Will you be able to meet their challenge? The challenge of balancing. This is the same here. His cronies were far successful than Munni. Munni, as usual, went to the horse, sat there. There was one prophet by sitting on that pedestal, because he would see the lorries and trucks pass by, and he felt that he was attached with the highway, with the rich world, and he was not attached with the village. Now there came a man, a foreigner, and asked, is there a gas station? Munni didn't knew what is a gas station. A petrol pump, gas station means. Now he was confused because he didn't knew English. Munni didn't knew English, neither he knew how to speak. Munni felt afraid because he didn't knew what he was asking, and the second thing was that man was wearing clothes like a policeman. He cursed his age. Munni cursed his age. Oh my God! What my ancient people have done, what they have done, that today I am getting this punishment. Today the policeman have come to me, a foreigner has come to me. Let me tell you that this story was written in the British time, and it clearly magnifies the view what was actually going on in India. The Munni, or the Indians, were afraid of the British, especially who were the policemen. The foreigner said, "Namaste, how are you?" Munni didn't know English. He just knew the two words, yes, no. So he said, yes, no. After that, the man asked, "Do you smoke?" He was confused because Munni didn't knew speak English. He said again, yes, no. After that, foreigner, a little more confused, puzzled, he gave a cigarette to him, and he lit it on the lighter. Munni knew what it was a cigarette because he had one he got from the shopkeeper as a credit. He lit then as the foreigner lit on the lighter, Munni blew it. He was afraid of it. Again the foreigner got puzzled. After that, he again lit on the lighter, and this time Munni he burnt the cigarette. This time Munni took a blew in, and after that he coughed. It was a American roasted tobacco which was given to him. Then the foreigner presented a card to him, but Munni thought that it was a warrant. He shrank back. Munni started saying in Tamil that no, I am not a murderer. That was the people who were living in Kupam. They murdered them. The foreigner could not understand anything. What is going on? He would not understand what Munni was actually saying. After that, foreigner said, "Do you know about this horse?" Munni could not. No, because he doesn't know English. But Munni said in Tamil, because he saw that the atmosphere was relaxed, he said, "Sir, please go away. I am also going." And he just turned to move. Now there is a theme here: knowledge versus ignorance. The foreigner, being a knowledgeable one, he doesn't get panicked to see a stranger, because Munni is also stranger to that officer or that foreigner, but he doesn't get panicked. Whereas Munni gets panicked, gets confused, gets puzzled, he is afraid, and he says that I want to go back, I want to go back to my home. Then comes another theme, that is money, wealth versus poverty. Foreigner says that it was this last August, it was the hottest summer in history, and he was in the Empire State Building. Let me tell you that Empire State Building is the most richest building, most highest building in America at that time. Most highest building. Munni, after that long oration of foreigner, he was panicked, he was puzzled, and the only answer he gave was yes, no. After that, Munni started saying that I never went to school, and that is why it is the reason that I don't know English. Then after that, the foreigner pointed to the horse. Munni understood that it was something about that horse, and then he started the story of Kalki. Now, what is the story of Kalki? The story of Kalki is a myth. It's a mythology. This type of mythology is also in Roman mythology, but there is no horse, there is boat. This mythology says that Kalki means one day the whole earth will be flooded, and then this horse will come to life. It will be bigger and bigger and bigger, and it will take the good people and thrash the bad people under his foot and let them drown in the ocean. And after that, again a new world will be made, and there the good peoples will be kept. After that, after a few minutes, after a long conversation, they came to an end. saying the foreigner showing a note of 100, but Munni thought that he was asking for a change, and he laughed at his own joke. He said that please do not ask a change from me, ask the villager, the moneylender, the village headman, you ask them and ask him, he said. After that, after a few minutes, he came to know that actually he came to know that the foreigner is going to buy his goats, as the foreigner was pointing about the goat. So he thought that maybe the foreigner is going to buy the goats, but actually the foreigner was buying that horse, and he said that please help me to detach this horse, and Munni went back. Munni kept the goat there because he thought that foreigner could take him, and foreigner saw that the goats were here, so he thought that Munni would ask help from some villagemen to detach this horse. Then a truck came by there, a bus came by there, and he took help from them to detach the horse, and took a little gas, a little petroleum or diesel, and then he hurried and he went. After that, Munni came to house. Her wife said, "Where did you get this money?" Munni said, "I sold my goats." And then only the goats came, and they were just making their noise, meh and all. They were making the noise. Last, Munni's wife said that if you have done any stealing or if you have done theft, then I will go to my mother's home as usual any woman does. So she tells that I'll go to my mother's home and you take care of all this theft and all. Now the conclusion is, it's a long story, and the theme, the symbolism of the title, and this too is all important. If you learn this too, then you are going to get 100 percentile marks in this chapter. Now another part is the humor. You have to take care of the humor, take points of the humor, like that, when the foreigner tried to give the card to him, he thought, the Munni thought that it was a warrant to arrest him, and he shrank back. So this is a humor. Humor मतलब joke, एक joke. So humor, this type of humor should be written, and that should be learned. So thank you, and if you have any problem, please comment. Thank you and have a great time.